Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 7th episode of Full Dive RPG. And last episode was quite exciting because we had the big confrontation between Alicia and Mizarisha. Her name's something like that. Mizarisa, yeah, I was pretty close. Mizarisa, yeah, they battled. It was axe versus knife, and it was pretty brutal fight, but apparently the knife went out, but luckily our protagonist was pretty clever and managed to work things out there. You know, he kind of had a bit of a revelation in the episode about maybe he should treat these very lifelike NPCs as people rather than just regular NPCs. That might lead to some better results, and that kind of led him to letting Martin pass on. So yeah, it worked out pretty well. So kind of almost a bit of a shift in the positive direction as far as his life goes. So maybe that will continue. Maybe more positivity, more good developments will happen to him. It's always a possibility. So let's jump on in and see what indeed does happen. So 3, 2, 1, play. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, we're still by our tree. Oh yeah, fires. We ended off with the last episode with fires. Okay, I remember that now. Maybe someone just didn't like the TED Talk. But either way, we have our opening now, so. I am curious what's going on. Like, is it like just like a goblin attack? Because we see them in the opening, but they haven't like done much in the story aside from just being a deterrent for going outside. So maybe we could have some kind of attack from them. Yeah, those guys. And back into it. Our title, chance of survival 0.1%. Well, this is anime, so that might as well be 100%. So are we gonna find out what's up? Yeah, random guy, tell me what's going on. Could've just said no. Jeez, how rude. I didn't start the fire. Just always been burning up. Seriously, can people just not just go around him? More of that realism coming through. He walks in there, Blackmouth pushes him immediately. What, you're worried about the fire? Don't be a baby. Yes, can somebody please just answer my question? My guess was right. Just gonna pat myself on the back now. Yeah, apparently they just got past that. Maybe they built boats. There was boats in Goblin Slayer. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. That's why they had to write an Attack on Titans. You build walls, those don't dry up. I wouldn't get too excited about that. That's very dangerous. Remember, this is a realistic game. Well, I kind of need a working sword, buddy. I still need it fixed. It was like this when I got it, I swear. Looks pretty dry to me. Is this the kind of thing an amateur can just do? Like, I never tried, but well, aside from in video games where it doesn't really count. I hate that sound. You know, when the camera's that high up, it kind of looks like he's doing something else. Is it working? Goblin just burst in. The world's just going apart around him. He's just working on his sword. Well, one that needs a working sword. Yeah, you really can't get around that issue. As you don't got money for a new one, so that's the whole reason why we went to go get it. I'm just gonna go out there and just swing around my rusted sword, and with my lack of training, go out there, get myself killed. It'd be great. She's not gonna see you die for real, is she? They wouldn't go full SAO like that. But there's gotta be some pretty bad consequence. He said the thing. Pretty sure you said manga and light novel there. Yeah, that would never be a thing. Break what? The game breaks? The headset breaks? What breaks? I was right. I'm on fire today. Much like that town. Man, I would not buy this game. But this is a Kusuge. The ultimate Kusuge. Yeah, is that the first time she's acknowledged it? Then yeah, I guess it's a big deal. Yeah, I bet. Game that destroys your game console. That's not okay. Something that Xbox would do. Kind of the one ET Nintendo game from way back in the day. Yeah, it was pretty messed up. Should have paid him to take it. Just give him a free Steam key. Yeah, does it say anything about goblins and not dying to them? Triple tab. Yeah, let's bail. That'd be a good thing to do. I feel like you might regret that. I feel like he might regret that. We'll see, though. Oh, I think it was fast. Because Goblin's gonna get too close, you're gonna be in combat, and then you're not gonna be able to log out. I didn't know you were this suicidal. Okay. He's gonna have a hero moment. Yeah, okay, now it's a bit more understandable that he goes out there. But I mean, it doesn't change the fact he's gonna get himself killed, but at least it makes sense. At least she can be honest about that. Yeah, the biggest lesson we learned in this show is not to buy stuff from her. Yeah, but look how cute and innocent she is. Yeah, that he did have that character growth, so it's a good example of that. NPC lives matter. In this Kusuge, at least. Got the secret cracked. Yeah, they're probably not gonna be able to do much. I mean, there's 3 of them. Maybe they'll do something. I mean, it's 1 goblin with a club with 3 guardsmen with swords. But, yeah, apparently not. Also, did he cut that arm off with a... No. He bit it off. Okay. Damn, that would hurt. I mean, having an arm cut off is already fairly painful, but actually having it ripped off, jeez. They're fast, apparently fairly smart if they can go for the parts without armor. Yep. Apparently, yeah, you were going to die if you try to fight this thing. You know, just hope that was made clear through this. Yeah, did you learn a lesson through this? I really hope so. No slimes here. You can log out like you should have done 5 minutes ago. You know, you little girl, you should have left when you had the chance. Just... Maybe the one that beat the game did? Shohei. Shohei. Yeah, that's news to me. Oh, Shohei, okay, I gotcha. I bet they were really confused by that response. It's still an opponent, you know, in battle. I guess it's close enough. You know, experience is the best teacher. Get out there, man. Good luck. I'm glad you can offer that much kindness. We gotta put on pants. I mean, isn't that something we wanted to do for a while? You know, a pair of pants that doesn't smell like urine. I think we have at least enough time to put on a pair of pants. Yeah, please think about those around you. I mean, it would be nice to have some armor like that, but not that I did that much good. You know, the guards couldn't help. I don't know what you expect Mom to do. Punch her in the eye. I mean, I do hope he succeeds, all joking aside. I mean, you don't want to save somebody with pants that smell like that, man. Trust me. It would really sour the experience. And I mean, we already established that he's fast, so maybe that'll come in clutch, because the enemy's fast, so... You sure showed him. I don't know if that even qualified as a distraction, but okay. Okay, he got to her. That's step 1. Step 2 is getting away. Yeah. The mouth is what really makes him look freaky. One was bad enough. One was enough to kill the 3 guards. And they knew what they were doing. And reminds him of Kaede, right? She does kind of look like her. Didn't even think about that. No wonder he wants a saber. Yeah, look like there's a hallway or alleyway there to run through. That she goes the slowest run I've ever seen. Man, he's able to dodge it. That's actually pretty impressive. Okay, I think she picked up the pace a little bit. But you gotta find somewhere to hide, because you're not gonna be able to outrun that thing. Run faster! Or throw a rock. Hopefully a bigger one than last time. Yeah, let's see that track club's power, spirit. You know you have it in you. Oh wow, yeah, there we go. Damn. Didn't we go that fast? Yeah, that's like unlocking a superpower level of speed. You finally did something impressive, hero. I'm so proud of you. Well, I mean, I saw lightning. It might be something more than that. No, it's a feature. Blizzard, probably. So, I mean, still gotta fight them, though. It was cool, though. That's the important thing. What makes you say that? Has a hero arrived? Yeah, that's a hero, all right. He actually looks like he knows what he's doing. That's what his name. That's his name. Thank you. I did not remember. If anyone should be able to use lightning, it should be him, Tesla. And there you go. I mean, I'm pretty sure we see him use lightning in the opening. Yeah, don't you wish you could do that, hero? I mean, lightning's cool and all, but it's got nothing on that. Thundering Tesla. Don't you wish you were that cool? Yes, that's the important thing. Let's grab those buckets of water. Wherever they are. But yeah, he still saved her, that's the important thing. Like, because Tesla did not arrive in time, so... Yeah, Hero still did good. Title just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? Wow, his voice cracked. I think that ship sailed a while ago. Senshi is a strong word. Okay, I mean, we need money, so, I mean... Really no reason to say no. And maybe you can learn a thing or two. Might even introduce you to some, yeah. Get some connections. It is cool that we're making a new friend, for sure. It definitely feels like a turning point. Cut off. And our console's not broken. That's cool. And could you imagine the stress of battling in a game knowing that your several $100 console is just gonna break if you die? Well, it's getting a little bit better. helping people, getting nice titles, getting jobs, making friends. That's not too bad. Doesn't get much more hardcore than that mode. Yeah, it's like we gotta invent a new word for like a higher tier of Kusuge. Like Cho Kusuge, maybe. Yeah, I mean, things are starting to kind of look up in the game, sort of. No reason why you can't grow to love a Kusuge with enough time invested. Stockholm Syndrome, you could call it. But I still love it. I think the game's finally got him. There's no escape anymore. It's gonna end up like what was his name? Genji. Got a wireless mouse. About the goblin assault. It's nice to hear from you again. Okay. Yeah, it's like a safe way where you could YOLO it. Yeah, you gotta be able to fight if you want to do that one. Or run fast. Now that reminds me of Goblin Slayer. Hey, double digits on that one. Hey, didn't we do that one? Of course it is. Why would it be anything else? Doesn't sound that bad. Title drop, episode title drop. It means you're saying there's a chance. Well, I mean, there's a 100% chance of not ruining your console if you just don't play the game. ED really makes me feel like wish I could just like my hand could enter my monitor. That'd be a cool thing to do, to be able to do. I really didn't get any of Alicia or Mizarisa this episode, sadly. I want to see somebody try to sing along with a CD because I'm not sure it's possible. I mean, the die ski part's pretty easy, but most of it's not. And enlistment and baptism. Okay, I guess that's supposed to refer to what he joined up with this episode. Okay, Well, that was the 7th episode of Full Dive RPG. And this was quite the episode, right? I successfully guessed that it was indeed an attack by the goblins, because that makes sense. Goblins are part of the show. They haven't been relevant at all, as they're just a deterrent, but obviously we couldn't just ignore them forever, so they made their move. Because apparently the water dries up every once in a while, so that's why it's better to invest in walls. You gotta build a wall. It's that simple. I don't know why they don't get that, but they learned their lesson the hard way in this episode for sure. So, yeah, hero. This was his chance to be a hero. Yeah, but there was some difficulties. I mean, for one thing, people were very rude to him because they're just more concerned with not dying for whatever reason. And we got our sword. Like that's the whole point of what we were doing like the last couple episodes. You know, going to go get a sword because kind of need that to fight, but it's kind of all rusty, so we had to get that fixed up. But the blacksmith apparently had better stuff to do than to fix our sword, which is very sad. But hey, at least he let us use the whetstone. That was a very slow process. It was quite funny, just that entire visual scenario as he's just sitting there calmly, slowly dealing with the rust on this blade. As you can hear, voices of panicked citizens in the background, just running, screaming, possibly dying. That's pretty funny, right? Like, it's so not what you do in a video game. Usually, as soon as you see somebody in trouble or hear somebody in trouble, you rush out to save the day, but you're not always ready, right? You're not always ready for that. And that can be pretty rough, you know, knowing that bad things are happening that you would be able to help with if you were in a slightly better position, but since you're not, you can't. That's a rough thing to deal with for sure. And he got pretty impatient, just wanted to rush out there. But yeah, like, he's not in that good of a position to deal with these goblins. Like, we really built them up as being very deadly. Very deadly. Like, that was the whole point of the scene with the 3 guards, right? They got kind of dwarfed. Is that the word for it? Like, just to kind of show you how powerful they are, because these guards, it's really their job to guard, right? To fight. And they just got wrecked. 3 of them by a single goblin. Wasn't even close. What does Hero think he's going to do? Without much combat experience or training, it's just rusted sword. What's he going to do? But didn't stop him from wanting to go out there and help, but yeah, definitely had to be smart about it if we wanted any chance of surviving. And yeah, we did utilize our fairy friend. She like threw a pebble at it, which like slightly got its attention. Gave an opening to go rescue the girl in trouble. But yeah, that was the easy part. The hard part was surviving, you know, and keeping the goblins away from her. That was a hard part. Luckily, he kind of awakened to a cool ability. I mean, I kind of figured he would the speed thing would come into play because real life abilities transferred over. He was in the track and field team. I didn't expect like there to be like lightning visuals and stuff. Like, it was like superhero levels of speed. It kind of, I mean, it could have just been for effect, but it looked like he was going faster than the human could reasonably be expected to be able to do. But regardless, he did help. Did save her, which is the important thing. And even though obviously he wasn't quite powerful enough to kill the goblins himself, he bought time for a real hero to show up and save the day. And that actually also led him to like joining up with them, right? Getting a job, getting something to do, which he was pretty excited about. But apparently that leads to like a 0.1% of survival. I think that kind of lowered his excitement a little bit. He also got the news that if he dies in the game, his console's destroyed. I like how they did that. Obviously, the whole death game thing has been a little bit overplayed. Sword Art Online's kind of really popularized that because it's just such a unrealistic thing. For several reasons. I mean, not that this is all that realistic, but I mean, it's somewhat realistic. Like, there are definitely game consoles that have had really bad issues and that could be rendered a brick under the right conditions, right? I mean, didn't the Xbox 360 or whatever have like a red ring of death problem, or like there's certain issues like that. So that's a bit more understandable than the headset just does something to your brain and kills you. Like, it's a bit more realistic than that, I would say. So that's just nice, but it's still a terrible consequence, right? So I think that's a good result, a good effect of dying in the show, for sure. I'm a little bit surprised that our walkthrough friend here knows as much as he does. Like, I get that he beat the game successfully, but I mean, wouldn't he have gone through the game once, like gone through one path? So wouldn't he only know about the path that he took? Like, the fact that he knows about other options and their probabilities of success and all that, how did he learn all that? Did they go over that before when they first introduced him? I don't really remember. But I'm a little bit surprised about how knowledgeable he is about it. Because even if you beat a game, you only really know what you did and how that worked out for you. You need a whole bunch of other people's examples to go for if you want that kind of in-depth explanation of options and probabilities and stuff like that. So maybe I just forgot something, but yeah, that's a little bit surprising to me. But it's good that we have it for sure. One thing I do like is that he's kind of like getting into the game, right? Like it's been kind of touch and go for a while because it is like kusoge among kusoge, but the Sakon syndrome is clearly setting in. He is starting to like look forward to playing it when he gets home. Like it's quite clearly what's happening here. So I think there's no escape anymore. I think the game is like there's no quitting for him really. So he's just gonna have to do his best with that 0.1% chance of living. So all I can say is good luck. And I think that's pretty much everything I got to say on the episode, really. Because the design of the goblins are just really terrifying, for sure. And yeah, time to wait for the next episode. Until then, bye bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.